Mama Grace, you are still praying after 20 years. My God is not a liar. Even pastors have stopped encouraging you.
As the years passed, life became harder for Mama Grace. Her small food business collapsed. Hunger entered her. The next evening, the entire village gathered at the open field crusade. Powerful worship filled the atmosphere. People cried. Others lifted their hands, worshiping Jesus. For the first time in many years, Mama Grace felt peace inside her heart. Then suddenly, the guest pastor walked onto the altar. The moment Mama Grace saw his face, her entire body froze. Her hands began trembling uncontrollably because standing on that altar was the exact face from the old photograph she had kept for 20 years.
Then why has Jesus not answered you after 20 years?
Because his timing is perfect.
Lord Jesus, let me see my son.
Good evening, Mama. Our church is holding a revival crusade tomorrow.
He changed mine many years ago.
No, it cannot be.
No matter how far life takes you away, can still restore your destiny. There is somebody here tonight. God says your years of sorrow are ending.
The next evening, the entire village gathered at the open field crusade. Powerful worship filled the atmosphere. People cried. Others lifted their hands, worshiping Jesus. For the first time in many years, Mama Grace felt peace inside her heart. Then suddenly, the guest pastor walked onto the altar. The moment Mama Grace saw his face, her entire body froze. Her hands began trembling uncontrollably because standing on that altar was the exact face from the old photograph she had kept for 20 years.
No. What is your name?
My name is Daniel.
What happened to your left shoulder?
I have a birthmark there since childhood.
Jesus.
After the service ended, Mama Grace slowly walked toward the pastor with trembling legs. Tears covered her face completely. The entire crusade ground became silent with emotion. Many people could not hold back their tears as they watched the reunion between Mama Grace and her son. For 20 painful years, she had waited, prayed, fasted, believed, and now Jesus had answered her prayers publicly before the whole village. The same villagers who once mocked her faith now stood speechless. Some bowed their heads in shame, others wept openly. That night, Pastor Daniel shared how he had been kidnapped as a child and later rescued by missionaries who raised him in another country. Through every painful season of his life, God protected him, and through Christ, his destiny was restored. As the testimony continued, the atmosphere became heavily emotional. People began surrendering their hearts to Jesus. Men who once laughed at prayer now knelt on the ground crying. Women lifted their hands, worshiping God. Young people rushed toward the altar, seeking salvation. That night, the village experienced revival for the very first time. Lives changed, hearts healed, families restored, and under the soft night sky, Mama Grace stood beside her son with tears of gratitude flowing endlessly down her cheeks, because after 20 years of pain, Jesus had finally turned her mourning into joy. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Never think your waiting season is wasted. And for many years, the villagers mocked Mama Grace because of her faith. They believed she had become obsessed with religion. Every morning before sunrise, she prayed. Every afternoon, she fasted. Every night, she worshipped Jesus alone inside her tiny room. Even when life became difficult, her faith never died.